Today we're going to look at installing a soap dispenser on a stainless steel sink mounted on a laminate countertop. So the first thing I like to do is take this escutcheon off. It's got a gasket on the bottom and it's roughly the same size, a little bit bigger than the top. So what I'll do is I'll put this on first where I want it. Now you can use a measuring tape, but I feel like this is the easiest way to do it. So I'll set it where I want it and I'll check underneath to make sure that I have clearance. And then I'll simply just draw a little circle around it, and then what I can do afterwards is take my drill and drill the center of that hole that I marked. Now here I'm using a hole saw. I think it's 1 1/8 inch, I can't remember. A little smoke there, that's okay. And be careful once you drill this steel because it is very hot. And once you get the steel drilled, take that out and drill the rest of it. Once you're down through the laminate, then you can put your soap dispenser in the sink. And let's clean this up. Now that you've got your hole drilled, this is a pretty crucial step that I like to do always, is just take a little bit of silicone, put it on your finger, and just apply it to where you just cut. Now that laminate is exposed right now, and any water that gets in there is going to damage that countertop. So just put a little bit of silicone and that'll help you in the future. So at this point, you can just go ahead and put your soap dispenser in. And you're going to want to attach the straw to the bottom. Now I'm not going to use this. What we're going to do instead is run a supply line directly to our soap bottle. And if you've ever tried to fill one of these soap dispensers, this is a great idea because they can get everywhere, or the soap will get everywhere when you try and fill it. If you've done it, you know what I'm talking about. So you can see here I've reamed my 1/4 inch tubing, 3/8 outside diameter, 1/4 inch inside, and I've put enough slack on that line so that I have room to cut it down below the cabinet. So we'll just attach it, and as much as you can, you want a good tight seal on these. The tighter the seal, the better this is going to work. Also, you can use some super glue or anything like that, and it's only going to help create that seal better. So now I'll put it down through, and the next step will go underneath the cabinet. So now that we're underneath the cabinet, I'm going to cut the length to go to the bottom of the bottle. Now put your soap bottle where you'll think you'll be keeping it permanently. You just don't want to cut it too short, or you're going to have to redo the whole thing again. So here's our cap that comes on the top of every bottle like this. And what I'm going to do is ream a hole through it. This is a little dangerous. If you can come up with a better way that's less dangerous, even better. So what I'm going to do is just ream it out. And that's going to allow me to push that tube through. And the tighter I can get it again, the better seal I can get. So now I'll take my tubing, and what I'm going to do is just cut a slight angle on it, which is only going to help push it through this cap. And it is a bit of a fight, and again, you want that to be a tight seal. Now you should only have to do this once, so it's not like you're doing this every time you're changing the soap. Once you have this cap, all you'll have to do is just unscrew the cap when you get a new soap bottle and put it right back on. As long as the cap fits anyways. I know most of these caps are the same from what I've seen. So I'll get this pushed through, measure down to my bottle, and then we'll just put the tubing in the bottle and screw the cap on. And again, you're really going to want tight seals on these. So if you want to use whatever you can come up with, even if you want to use electrical tape or super glue or hot glue probably won't work that well. Super glue might work, or if you can find a PVC, that'll work. And here I'll just go up top and I'll start dispensing the soap, and you can see it climbing up the tube. which means it's working. And we'll go to the top, and thanks for watching. Follow for more.